Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to give you a few tips on shooting product reviews and some different techniques and different shots you can use to do that. So for my example product I have my 70-300 Canon lens here, and I'm using my Canon 70D with the kit lens 18-55. So I've set all my shot up. I have it on automatic focus. The focus is on the lens, locked in, ready to go. And I'm just going to flick my lens over to manual focus. Now, the reason I flicked over to manual focus is the first shot I want is the product going from completely out of focus to completely in focus. Now, what I'm going to do to achieve this is I'm actually going to do it in reverse and then flip it in my editing software. Because it's a lot easier to manually take something out of focus than it is to put it into focus just looking at an LCD screen. So I know the lens is in focus as it is now, so I'm going to hit record on there, and I'm just going to very fluidly, very carefully, without getting my fingers in the shot, on the focus wheel, take it from into focus to completely out of focus. Leave it for a few seconds so I've got a bit of overlap that I can trim off in the post-processing and stop recording. So what I'll do now is when I get to my computer, I'll take that clip, I'll trim it so that it goes from focus to out of focus in the right time, and then I'll use the reverse clip function within Final Cut Pro 10 to flip the clip, and it will make it look like it's gone from out of focus to completely in focus. That's tip number one. Tip number two is to achieve a shot like this, where it kind of looks like you're sliding into the product, but you're actually not using a slider. So let's jump on and I'll show you that one. So with the shot you just saw, there's actually a few things happening. Firstly, I loosened the pan wheel on the head of my tripod, and I'm also going to loosen the tilt wheel, the tilt handle, sorry, on my tripod, so I can pan and tilt it freely. Then what I'm going to do is set the tripod up so the two open legs are facing the table where the product I want is. I'm then going to pull the tripod back slightly and lean it forward on the feet and get my product in view while holding the back leg to stabilise the tripod. Then all I have to do is very slowly, very carefully pull the tripod up to standing while keeping the product in the shot, and that gives you the nice dolly shot. Now you can, if you like, do it the other way, but if you filmed it once going from forward to backwards, you can always again reverse that in your edit. So the last shot I'm going to talk to you about today is a slider shot like this. But for this, I didn't have a slider, a tripod, or anything I could use to slide around or across or past the object at all. So how I did this is I set my camera to still image mode. I got my exposure set up correctly first, and then I went ahead and I made sure I was in focus on the product. And then I took portrait photos from the far right all the way across in little increments to the far left, just like that. And using some photo software called Photo Stitch, which you have if you have a Canon camera, but you can also get from Canon's website, I made a panorama of that. In post-processing, I then lined it up with the far right of the panorama, and using keyframes and the position transform tool, I moved it across the screen to make it appear like a slider shot. So the last shot I'm going to talk to you about, I actually can't show you right now because I don't have it with me, but it is a 360 of the product. So you can either have the product in the middle and have the camera go around the outside if you have a dolly, or an alternative is in the cake making industry they have these turntables, also known as a lazy Susan. If you go to restaurants a lot, they sometimes have a big dish in the middle which turns with the food on. And you can pick these up all over the place. Like I say, cake decorating stores will probably stock them. And it is simply a plate that is on a spindle, and when you push it, it will rotate slowly. So that's how I like to do it. You keep your camera in a fixed position. You put your product onto the Lazy Susan. You can either cover the Lazy Susan with white paper, a large sheet of white paper, as long as you can't see the edges when you're rotating it. And then with your hand out of shot, just slowly rotate that, and that will give you a nice 360 of your product. I'd just like to take a minute to thank you for watching my video. If you've made it this far, you're almost at the end. But there are a few things I'd really appreciate you do, and they'll only take you a few seconds. So firstly, check out the video description to this video and my other videos. There are tons of great links down there, including a link to Amazon. Now basically, if you use my Amazon link when you buy things through Amazon, it means I get a tiny commission based on your sale. I've also created a new campaign through patreon.com/George Slade. Now my Patreon is slightly different to others you may have seen on the internet. Most Patreons have a tier level. You donate more, you get better rewards. Whereas mine doesn't. I simply have one tier, and that is that you pledge $2 a month to help grow this channel. Now you may be thinking, why should I pledge my hard-earned money to help this guy out? Well basically, any money that comes in through the Amazon link or through the Patreon goes straight back into this channel in two ways. The first is it allows me to improve the gear I'm using to make better quality videos for you. I can buy or I can rent things that I wouldn't normally afford just to bring extra quality to this channel. And two, it allows me to go out and buy things that I think you guys would want, which I can then give away on this channel. Also, come and check out my social media, because I really appreciate everybody who watched my video. I have Twitter, Instagram, and Flickr, and you can see some more of my stuff on there. Again, thank you so much for watching my videos. Seeing the views, the subscribers, and the comments go up, and replying and interacting with you guys is absolutely fantastic, so I really appreciate it.